Hey guys, HelpingHans here, bringing you a really important tip for you today in Company Heroes 2, and that is how to best utilize the max range of your vehicles. So for the allies, we'll be looking specifically at, for instance, the Su-85, the KV-2, the ISU, the Jackson for the Americans, as well as the Firefly for the British. And for the Axis, we'll be looking at things like the King Tiger, the Jagdtiger, Jagdpanzer, Panther, as well as the Elephant and Tiger, as well as the Stug. So, in Company Heroes 2, guys, many vehicles can shoot a lot further than they can actually see. We've got the fog of war turned on at the moment, and you can see here that the vehicles here can see up to about this range here, but we're going to use the King Tiger, and we press the attack ground hotkey, which is E on my keyboard, and you can see that my King Tiger can shoot a bit further than it can see. Now, onto something with a lot more range, the Jagdtiger and the Elephant, as well as the Jagdpanzer, actually have a lot more range than they can see compared to something like the King Tiger or Panther. So the Panther can see a little bit more, right? And so can the King Tiger, right? But you click on a Jagdtiger, and it can only see up to here, right? But it can actually shoot really far, all the way up to here, which is a massive amount. Jagdpanzer, as you can see, it can shoot all the way up to here, as well. And the Elephant can shoot all the way over to here. Okay. So, with that in mind, how do we gain vision for these big tanks? What you need is reconnaissance, and each faction has multiple ways to achieve this. So, let's start with the Elephant from the Austere. How do we give more vision to this Elephant? So, there are 3 units here that I like to call upon when trying to give a bit of vision to my Elephant, and that is, the number one thing is probably the 222. Now, the 222 has a naturally a big amount of vision, because it is a light vehicle reconnaissance unit. The Sniper and Stormtroopers are also very useful here because they can camouflage in cover and remain unseen, and if they are on hold fire on the front lines, they can sit there and give yourself a lot of vision for your forward vehicle, as I will show you guys in a moment. So, this is how much vision the Elephant can see at the moment, as you can see here. Now, if we were to put a 222 right next to the Elephant, a non-vetted 222 I might add, so, and boom, look how much more vision we gain. Okay? See the vision now? If we delete the 222, you'll see the vision shrink dramatically. So there's the vision. Delete. Boom. It's gone down, okay? So now we've got the 222 back, we're going to give it veterancy. And once the 222 gains veterancy 2, it gains even more vision than it has currently. So here we go. Selection, combat, veterancy. So pay attention to the ring. So it's just about touching that rock there. 1 rank, 2 ranks, boom. All the way from there to there. And the next rank doesn't do anything. But there you go. That's veterancy 3. And then, but wait, there's more. If you've chosen the Jaeger Armor Commander, which we have done so here, your 222 can be equipped with spotting scopes for 30 munitions. Now watch this. You upgrade this, wait literally a couple of seconds, and then bang, look at that vision that you gain. And now the Elephant can actually shoot all the way up to here, and it can see it. There you go. If you move the 222, you lose the vision. Remember, it has to stay still with spotting scopes for a couple of seconds, and then boom, you get that big boost in sight, and you see, look how much more vision you can gain there. And that is the perfect kind of synergy, having a 222 alongside your Elephant, okay? 222 gives vision for the Elephant, and the Elephant then can smash whatever it wants to. Now, if I was to delete the 222, again, just to give you a demonstration, look how much vision you lose because of that. Now, we could give the Elephant spotting scopes, like so, and the same thing will apply, and the Elephant will get a decent amount of vision. You can almost see as far as it can shoot. However, if the Elephant wants to move forward and to try and change target, it loses the vision, right? So that's why you always want another vehicle like a 222 there already sitting idle, sitting stationary, so gaining the spotting scopes, because as soon as you move the Elephant, it's going to lose sight of the thing it wants to shoot at, right? So you always want that 222 in conjunction with your Elephant. Okay, so let's say we didn't have spotting scopes this time. How else are we going to gain vision? And we didn't have enough fuel maybe to make a 222, which is rare. But let's say you had another unit on the field. What other unit could help? The Sniper. So let's get out an Austere Sniper here. So first of all, as soon as you place down the Sniper, it automatically has a little bit more vision than the Elephant. But what you want the Sniper to do in conjunction with the Elephant is have the Sniper forward, providing the Elephant vision. But generally, for doing this, you want the Sniper on hold fire, so it doesn't reveal itself and give away its position. And you want it like on hold fire, and you want it creeping forward like this on cover. And this way, your Elephant, you're giving your Elephant max vision for where it wants to shoot without risking losing a unit, as long as you're careful with your sniper. And you know, if enemies push it into this area, you could just slowly creep your sniper back toward, you know, as long as you keep hopping backwards and towards cover. If you leave cover and for more than a few seconds, you will become visible like that. So you always want to keep hopping from cover to cover to remain camouflaged, right? Never try and walk out in the open. So if there isn't any cover to speak of, you can actually make your own cover by using a vehicle of some kind to attack the ground. So if I had the elephant, for instance, and I wanted to make some cover for my sniper to camouflage in, I can attack the ground here. And look, I've made some light cover. Okay, so there was no cover here before, but now my sniper can now move into this position.
Moving out.
Okay. And the idea is you want to make a trail of these, like so. You know, leading for you from the back line to the front line, if possible. So here, my sniper can just keep sneaking forward and forward like this and remaining camouflaged all the while, right? Which is awesome. And through a match, guys, the terrain is probably going to get chewed up and a lot of light cover will be created anyway, thanks to a lot of artillery fire and just general tank fire and all that kind of thing anyway. But if you have no cover available, just use maybe a Pack Guard, a Panzer IV. As long as you can create a crater while using attack ground with those units, you'll be able to give your sniper or even a stormtrooper squad that cover to be able to creep forward and give vision to your tank destroyer or whatever vehicle you're using. And lastly, guys, one other way you can gain vision for your elephants or any tank that you want to gain vision for is by using a reconnaissance flight in the area that you want vision in. So when you click on the ability, you can see on the minimap where the plane's going to fly over. So you want to prop the planes generally in front of the elephant or whatever vehicle you're using on the front line, and then a plane will go overhead, and then that'll give yourself vision for your elephant. So what we're going to do is recon overflight. There we go. Gives vision for the elephant. The elephant now smashes it. Now this is a more of an expensive way to give yourself vision, and it's only temporary. So I would much prefer you guys to use the 2-2 or a sniper to give vision rather than keep wasting munitions like this, because your munitions can be better spent on other things. Like, for instance, the bomb strike could be more effective there. But here, as you can see, though, it's just another way with the plane going overhead. Which you can see going over there is giving vision for the elephant to put in shots in onto allied weaponry. So guys, I'll just quickly go through the other factions and how they can gain reconnaissance abilities for their vehicles as well. But as you see with the Austere, the same principles pretty much apply there as well. So guys, for the OKW, you can make, for instance, Panzer Fusiliers. Once they gain Veterancy 1, they unlock the ability to drop a flare in the sky. So you can see here, I'll pop a flare in the sky, like so. And then this will grow up vision for the Jagdtiger. Any second now. Now the Jagdtiger can see all the way up to there. That's one way to gain vision for your Jagdtiger. So another way OKW can gain vision, for instance, is by utilising their non-doctrinal light vehicle, which is the infrared half track. So you just set it up in the direction that you want your Jagdtiger to shoot. You let it set up, and any second now you'll see it gains a big lot of vision there, and it gives the Jagdtiger all the way down. You can shoot as far as you can see now, thanks to the infrared half track. So that's a good combination there. Also, OKW players have access to flares on the Spec Ops commander, things like that. And then maybe even, for instance, you can get some maybe Fallschirmjägers. If you've got a Jagdpanzer, you want to give vision for that, you could use Fallschirmjägers on camouflage, like we saw with the sniper. Fallschirmjägers have them in camouflage, have them on hold fire. Same principle applies. They're hidden there, and they give vision for the Jagdtiger. So any kind of camouflage unit like that. So there you go. So another thing you guys could potentially do is even get, like, for instance, the Panzer II. Once the Panzer II has got a bit of veterancy, one stripe of veterancy, you can activate the cautious movement, so it becomes invisible, kind of camouflage. You have it on hold fire, and you could use this as a spotting unit for your Jagdtiger, for instance. That's another way you could potentially gain vision for your Jagdtiger. So let's say, and then we're on to the Soviets. So how do we gain vision for the ISU-152? So you could use a SU-85 and activate the focus sight to give the ISU some vision here, but the best way, in my eyes, again, is probably to use a Soviet sniper this time, as we saw with the Austere sniper. Same principle applies there. But also, the Soviet sniper can pop a flare in the sky. So, Soviet sniper, once it's Veterancy 1, selection combat Veterancy 1, pop a flare in the sky. There you go, pop the flare in the sky, and you can gain vision that way in an area. So maybe the Soviet sniper might be a little bit better than the Austrian sniper in this regard, because it can pop that flare in the sky when it comes to giving vision for your allied vehicles. You can also, for instance, like we saw with the stormtroopers and the Fallschirmjäger so far, partisans, they can camouflage in cover, so they can provide vision for your long-range tank destroyers. But you can also even maybe use the Soviet Ziz gun. So here we go. So then we will activate tracking, pop that on, gain just a slight little bit more vision. It's not much more vision, but it's just another way to gain a little bit more vision there. And again, a lot of Soviet player commanders do have access to a reconnaissance flights, as you saw with the Austin. You could pop a flare in the a recon in the sky. But the other thing I would say, guys, is I would recommend is once you get a Veterancy 3 T70. Now, if I get a T70 out,
Moving to destination.
you pop it on recon mode, you can see a little bit, right? Okay, you can see quite a bit. But once it gains Veterancy 3, combat, Veterancy 1, 2, and now 3, boom, look at that huge jump in vision. And now the ISU can almost pretty much see as far as it can shoot.
Attacking. On the move.
Thanks to the T70. So I would utilize a Veterancy once you. So it's really important to keep the T70 alive, because in the late game you can see that it can give yourself a lot of vision for the ISU, and it doesn't need to be stationary to gain this vision, so you can constantly just keep this vision on. But it means it can't return fire when it's in this reconnaissance mode. Okay, so I would say utilize a Veterancy 3 T70 along with an ISU, and you'll be laughing for days. And that is the greatest combination there to give vision for your Soviet vehicles. So let's go to the Americans now. So here we have a Jackson. The Jackson, as you can see, can shoot a lot further than it can see. So to give it vision, how do we do that? One way is with the American Major. Now the Major can pop a recon in the sky. So there you go, you get a recon run, pop the recon run there. Then again, a plane will come overhead as we've seen previously, and it'll give vision for the Jackson to shoot. As you can see, that's one way. Maybe not the cost-effective way again, as it is quite expensive to do that kind of thing. Next way would be to get yourself probably the M20 out. So get a tank. So we go to the light vehicle. Sorry, go to the M20. M20, as you can see, already decent amount of vision. But once it gains Veterancy, selection, combat, Veterancy 1. There you go, 2 and 3. Once it gets Veterancy 1, it gains that big boost in vision.
Driver, move us forward.
And gears pretty much allows the Jackson to shoot at max range, as you can see there. Let's get ourselves a Stuart out and try and see what the Stuart gives. I think the Stuart also gives yourself quite a decent amount of vision here. So there's the Stuart.
Driver, get us over to that point.
Combat, Veterancy 1, 2, and 3. So once the Stuart gains Veterancy 3, it gives a lot of vision for the Jackson again. So how about a Pathfinder, USS Forces, Infantry? The Pathfinders are in our Pathfinders. They give a lot of vision actually on the battlefield just automatically. But if we gain the Veterancy, selection, combat, Veterancy 1, 2, and 3. So Veterancy 1 just gives them that vision bonus as well. There you go, pretty much again gives the Jackson almost full range there. And also they can also camouflage as well, which is awesome with these guys. So you can do the same thing as we talked about previously, have them in camo, and then they can just be sat there idle and give a lot of vision. Especially probably one of the best units for that, as they give the most vision out of any infantry squad, I think. Now on to the British. So for the British, you will want probably vision, probably the Comet.
Armor
So the
here.
Comet can shoot quite a bit further than it can see, as well as the Firefly. So get a Firefly out.
Sure. Driver, move out.
So the Firefly can shoot
Fire main gun.
really far away as well. So
All right.
how do you gain vision for these vehicles? So what you'd want to do is one is an infantry section. So one way is with an infantry section upgraded with pyrotechnical supplies. Once you upgrade them there, they gain a little bit of extra vision. So that gives you vision for the for the Firefly or whatever. Let's get something else out. Again, the British have access to the sniper, and as we saw with the Soviet and the Austrian sniper, again you can have it cloaked and give vision, like as we previously discussed. British forces, their light vehicle could be the AEC. Let's get an AEC out real quick. AEC, there you go, that's what it gives vision at the moment. And then we give it a bit some veterancy.
Earned a
So-
promotion.
Doesn't seem like with veterancy with the AEC gives it any more visions, but still, it's still got some decent vision
Let's get a move on.
without needing veterancy. British forces also have access to commandos, and again, as we discussed with camouflage units, camouflage and cover, give vision. British forces also have a couple of recon abilities, a couple of flaring abilities. Once assault officer gains veterancy 1. He has the ability to do a recon air sweep. So you get a plane overhead, which will come overhead and now gain vision for your tanks. As you can see, there's the vision from the recon plane coming overhead. Another unit,
Boys,
Valentine can pop on observation mode, gains quite a bit of vision. Let's just check to see if it gains even more vision when it gets veterancy. Let's have a look. Combat, veterancy 1. Yep, so veterancy 1 increases its vision by a lot.
Veterancy
2 and
promotion.
3. 3 doesn't, but 1 does. And that vision
Driver,
from
get
1
a
is
move.
quite
Let's
a
go.
lot. So there you guys go. Hopefully that gives you some good pointers on what to do to improve your vehicle game in Company Heroes 2. Make sure to keep those recon light vehicles alive, like the T-70, the M20, you know, things like that, the 222 especially. If you keep them alive into the late game and they gain that veterancy, they gain that increased vision, and in the late game they'll really help you out with those big tank destroyers as well as, you know, just ISUs and things like that. So make sure to keep those things alive. And also utilize your snipers. They don't always just have to be just shooting and sniping enemies. They could be on hold fire, providing that vision to not only utilize your tank's abilities, but also maybe to give you enough vision to maybe drop off-map artillery upon, or maybe some on-map artillery you have, like maybe a Katusha, maybe a Sexton, something like that. So you have a lot of opportunities there, guys, to make certain units work really well for you. And I think that wraps up this video. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hi, lads. Thanks for watching that video. If you want more content, click up here. Or click over here to click on other content. But make sure to click on that middle button to subscribe to the channel. Okay. And I stream every single day on twitch.tv/HelpingHans. Catch you in the next one, guys. Take care.